What it do, ski sun duelists? It's your boy YfgmBlogTv coming straight out of UC Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, in this video, I'm just going to do my little preview slash prediction for the Indiana Pacers in the Miami Heat Eastern Conference Finals series that's about to start Wednesday. Now, first off, both teams, they play good defense. And they also, well, Miami has the better offense from what we have seen throughout from the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers, sometimes they can get stagnant on offense and they just can't score enough points. But them playing good defense can actually make up for the lack of scoring points if they play solid against LeBron James. Because honestly, that's the main guy you really have to worry about, because he can go off at any moment. And then we don't know what's going on with Dwayne Wade. We don't know, even though they had a week off, if his knee is getting better, or is it still going to be hurting throughout. Now, I think once the series start, he may be feeling fine right now, but once he starts to do a lot of movement, cutting and stuff like that, it's going to probably start to hurt him again. So with a healthy Wade and with the unhealthy Wade, I'm sure they still can get the job done, but it's always best to have a player that at 100%. Now, the Pacers in the season, they took it 2-1, but we all know regular season really don't mean nothing. I mean, you just established that you can compete with a team, but in the playoffs, we know it's a little bit different. Now, the Indiana Pacers, they have been the #1 defense in the postseason so far, and I think after them, it's been the Memphis Grizzlies. But Miami has been the #1 offense in the postseason so far. So it's going to be great to see what's going to happen between these two teams. Now, the Indiana Pacers, they're very good at guarding the perimeter three-point shooters. So they will have to make sure they stay on Ray Allen, Chalmers, Norris Coles, Ray Allen, I said Ray Allen, Shane Battier, and other guys who can shoot the three. If they contain that and stop that, then they can have a good shot at winning this series. Now, it's going to be very physical, I think. I think both teams are going to get at each other, especially the Indiana Pacers are going to try to beat up the Miami Heat. They have an advantage in the inside as far as dominating the paint if they do it. It's a key thing if they do it, because we know Roy Hibbert, he can have a 20-something point game and the next have a 10-point game. He got to be more consistent if they want to beat the Miami Heat. David West, I think he's going to average like probably 16. It shouldn't be a big problem to guard Chris Bosh. Of course, Chris Bosh is going to pull you out for that little mid-range jump shot, even possibly take a three. But I feel like David West can contain him. So we probably won't have to really worry too much about Chris Bosh in this series. But it's going to be crazy to see what Paul George can do against LeBron James. Now, we know last season Paul George was still coming of that good player. Now this season he showed that he's an all-star. He shows that he can play defense, he can score. So now it's going to be a challenge to see if he can not shut LeBron James down, but contain him. So far, he's been like the only guy in the league who has that body and that size that can kind of get under LeBron James, because throughout the season, LeBron James averaged only 21 points against the Indiana Pacers. So it's going to be interesting to see what Paul George can do. And it's going to be interesting to see what he is going to do when LeBron James decides to just guard him tight. Can he can he fight through LeBron James' defense? He's basically going to have moments where he adjusts in the game to score differently. But at the end of the day, this is going to be a great series. I feel like this can possibly go 7 games, and that's why, I'm going to take a gamble on this. I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers in this series in 7 games, man. I just feel like, they learned from last year the mistakes that they made. They had the Miami Heat up 2-1. You have a guy in Lance Stevenson who's developed and got better and can be another offensive weapon for them. You have George Hill. The whole starting five of the Indiana Pacers are fucking great, But it's rather not the bench is going to show up. Of course, Miami probably have a better bench, but I feel like both teams are equal. Miami play good defense. Pacers play good defense. Miami have three-point shooters. Pacers have three-point shooters. Miami don't have dominant big men, but the Pacers do have 2 dominant big men and can out-rebound the Miami Heat. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. I know people probably think I'm crazy for picking the Indiana Pacers, but I'm going to go with the a different team. Everybody is just thinking the Miami Heat is just breezing through the playoffs. So I'm going to go with the Indiana Pacers in 7 games. I know they have LeBron James, the best player in the league right now, but like I say, it don't mean shit. You can be the best player in the league, but if those other guys don't show up, it really don't mean shit. Because one player can't win the game. I say this shit all the time, and I'm gonna keep stressing it. He can go out and score 30 points, 40 points, but he got them other guys got to chip in. Somebody got to give him 16, 18, 20. You know, somebody else have to chip in. So I'm going to go 7 games Indiana Pacers. I think it's going to be very close. I don't really see no blowouts in this game. But if the Pacers, they got to have that mind frame. They cannot let up on the Miami Heat. But you guys tell me what you think is going to happen. Who you think is going to win. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Facebook. Comment, subscribe, favorite. Check out my previous videos. Go to deadpip.com, livemixtapes.com, and download MGM Grand by CJ De Niro. And I will be putting the video up to Green Lights Go because everybody keep asking me about the song at the intro song. Anyway, deuces.